Hey guys, Fox Protocol Mining here. Quick video here. I know there's a lot of people asking questions about hash rate. Obviously, everybody's looking for information right now. Uh, I will forewarn you, I do have my daughter here with me, so if you hear a squeal or cry in the background, I apologize. I just felt that this video couldn't wait. Obviously, we sat through the Ethereum merge last night. If you were with me on Son of a Tech's show, and we saw that the merge was successful. And oddly, we didn't see as much hash rate fluctuate as we were expecting right off the bat. It looks like most people literally slept through the merge. And but throughout the morning here, the hash rate has been definitely shifting to other projects. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And because right now, I think the number one question being asked is if you haven't shut your rigs off already, it's where to point my hash rate to get the most out of my rig. Now, obviously, this is going to depend on what kind of cards you have, but I just want to show some tips, I guess, on to how to navigate this walking disaster we're in right now. So, hash rate is a great indication, obviously, of how much a network is processing. But the more important figure, the one that really points towards rewards, is the difficulty increase. Uh, and it's hard to monitor that in real time unless you're on a pool that's specifically mining the coin. Even here on mining pool stats, we do have a delay in the reporting on the difficulty, but I'm just using this as an example. Ethereum Classic has seen a 243% increase in difficulty. So what does that kind of equate to? That would mean that is a direct reduction in rewards to your wallet. So you are earning 243% less than you were yesterday. That's nuts. And those, so that is a kind of an indication to where to look. Ravencoin at 343% increase. Ergo is a difficult one just because Ergo's difficulty doesn't update the same way as we see on Ethash coins. So I don't think this is a true indication yet on Ergo of what the difficulty increase is going to be. So if you are switching to Ergo, do keep an eye on that because we don't really know where the difficulty is right now. And we won't probably for the next 48 hours because of the massive amount of hash rate that we're seeing move around. Flux with a 65.8, sorry, percent increase in difficulty. And we've seen some really, really scary increases on a lot of these coins. Conflux, 227%. Caspa, oddly, with only 8.31%. That's a Son of a Tech favorite right there. He'll tell you not to mine it, but hey, you never know. If it's working for him, it might work for you. Firo, 277%. Beam, 288%. Eternity, 194. So we're seeing these increases. I think it was Callisto. Yeah, Callisto, 1,400% difficulty increase. 8 terahash there now. Obviously, some either GPUs or ASICs looking for a secondary Ethash project to mine. Great news for them. I hope that works out well, but obviously that's going to be a huge reduction in rewards that miners have been seeing with Callisto. So that's just kind of a touch base thing. We still have, as of right now, about 98 terahash reporting to the Ethereum network. So if you're still, there's obviously still some people who have not turned their rigs off of Ethereum, but we still have 100 terahash yet to distribute to some of these other projects. Chances are good majority of this will find its way to Ethereum Classic or offline, as spikes to other projects haven't been as intense as what Ethereum Classic saw, with the exception of maybe Ravencoin, which obviously we're seeing 20 terahash right now from 3.75 previously. So that's nuts. Ergo sitting at 185, Ethereum Classic 269, Beam 1.1, and even little Nyuxa over here closing in somewhere between 3 and 4 terahash, and that's nuts. So what does this equate to an actual miner? I'm going to kind of dox myself here, but I've got about this is not correct. Hang on. I've got about 3.5K souls still on Flux. Load update here. Here we go. But yeah, 3.5K souls, and my mining rewards continue to diminish down to 16 coins. 48 hours ago, I was at 40 coins. 48 hours before that, I was just probably floating around 50 coins a day, and it just continues to drop. So that's not good news, but it is what it is for right now. We knew this was going to be hectic, so ouch. One big thing I want to touch on, guys, is these projects are not accustomed to this hash rate. And as miners, we need to do our due diligence to make sure that we are spreading the hash rate around because, Ethereum Classic has been attacked a lot in the past, and those attacks have caused high confirmation times on exchanges. So it makes it a real pain in the butt for the mining community because, if you're mining directly to, say, Coinbase or Binance, any of those exchanges where you would liquidate to fiat, you've got a 3 to 5 day turnaround, and it's just so painful. Even Nyoxa got 51% attacked, and we're seeing higher confirmations on that. And we really want to avoid that for any of these other projects. Beam is a big red flag right now. We're seeing 60% on a single pool. So if there are any Beam miners tuning in, please, guys, please look at some of these other pools and get that hash rate moved around. We are seeing a lot of pools drop their fees. We're seeing, we got Miner Pool here that dropped their fees. And Miner Pool's also doing a loyalty program for Raven, and I believe for Firo also. So I believe it's for Firo also. Woo, if I can spell it right. Yep, it's also over here on Firo. I know Wooly Pooly's also doing a 10% match for Firo rewards. But yeah, so because I know right now everybody's looking to get that extra little bit. So if you see a pool that's dropping their fees, that's offering a loyalty program, might want to check that out. Just because, especially right now, those extra rewards can go a long way. If you're anything like what I've been doing, we've got inodes. You guys. This is basically a shared node service. They work on Raptorium and Firo. It's a nice way to capture a little bit of extra revenue. You can mine directly to their onboarding address, and they will stake your funds for you, and you'll get various APYs associated with that. So I'm not going to go too much into that. I just wanted to kind of touch base. Right now, everybody's wanting to know how I can make more money, and these are just some ways. But yeah, just recapping real quick, guys. So watch your distribution of your hash rate. If you're new to this process of switching to these coins, you've been on Ethereum maybe since the 2021 bull run, please, guys, these are not, I don't want to say as well established, but these chains are not accustomed to this hash rate distribution. So, we're starting to see, like on Ergo, we're seeing 37% on 2 miners. We really want to make sure that we evenly distribute this hash rate so that we don't see a 51% attack situation happen on any of these chains. Even Firo, wow, 72% on 2 miners here and 13% on their solo pool. So they command almost 90% of the hash rate here on Firo. That is scary because that means we're, Firo's at the mercy of 2 miners, basically. So if you are on 2 miners with Firo, maybe consider switching around, maybe go to one of these pools that's offering you some extra rewards. But yeah. So in a nutshell, guys, just to recap everything, hash rate distribution. Also, watch for difficulty. The difficulty is much more important than the overall hash rate, in my opinion. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, but the difficulty increases are going to show you exactly how rewards are impacted without looking at a calculator. I'm also not going to look at a calculator today. I'm not going to look at what to mine because, frankly, there's almost nothing is profitable right now, especially if you're at a residential electric rate like me. Pretty much pure speculation at this point as to which coin's going to come out with the best profit ratio after all this. So I'm mining through though. I haven't turned anything off. I am also spec mining a small project. Uh, Obviously, there's a lot of projects you can spec mine, but I'm on Radiant here. It's a technically it's under CPU coins, but it's mineable with GPUs. They've got their first exchange listing coming up on the 20th, I believe they said. So I'm here hoping for a diamond in the rough. Obviously, do your own research, not financial advice by any means, but it's a great time to do some spec mining, find small projects like this that are popping up, and point some hash rate out there because you never know, you know. Everybody else is running into these big projects. Might be time to start picking up some of these smaller projects and see what happens. Or you can always shut everything off and save yourself the trouble. I wouldn't recommend selling any hardware right now because everybody's going to be looking for those great deals. Especially, these are generally good times to accumulate hardware. I'm rambling now, though, guys. So it is what it is. Like I said, I am going to tune back in tomorrow and do another quick video just so that you guys can kind of get an idea of where we're going to be standing profitability wise. I don't want to do a check right now because there's so much hash rate still moving around. I mean, 100 terahash still to move off of Ethereum. So the dice aren't done rolling. We don't know exactly what everything looks like, and I'm sure we'll see some hash rate pullbacks on some of these chains after we see Ethereum fully go away. And we also still have Ethereum proof of work that has not yet gone live. It's still testnet. They said they wouldn't do anything for a full 24 hours post merge, and then hopefully they said within about an hour after that they would try to get their chain live. So I imagine we'll see some hash rate jump to this project. In what amounts, who knows? It could I would expect it to be something similar to what we're seeing on Ethereum Classic, probably in the 100 to 200 terahash range, just because, you know, it is a Ethereum chain. It is Ethereum. You know, it's a snapshot of the chain just with a 1 day delay. If you don't have much, if you don't understand what the changes are to this, you might want to get into that. Basically, EIP 1559 is still live on this chain, but instead of burning the fees, they basically rewrote it so that it all gets sent to their, I guess you could call it a development fund. So kind of sketchy. We'll see how this works out for the community. I've got my fingers crossed that we see some benefit from this, you know, because we need proof of work to stick around. So it'd be kind of nice if the Ethereum proof of work chain offered us another leg to stand on. But guys, that's going to be it for this. I just wanted to get a video out here because, you know, I know there's a lot of questions going around where to put your hash, things like that. So I hope this kind of helps clear up, you know, some coins. You know, profit switching right now is not a great idea because everybody's doing it. So ideally, you just kind of want to find a project that maybe the difficulty hasn't gone completely sky high on and put your hash there and just kind of ride it out. We'll see in a couple days where the sand starts to settle. I will tune in tomorrow morning just to do another quick recap of hash rates and where we'll do our first check of profitability and see what we see. So that's it for me, guys. Apologies for the kind of rushed. I'm still rough. I'm operating on 2 hours of sleep. I was up all night. Had to get the kids to school this morning, so you know it is what it is. I look like crap, and I'm gonna go stare at my rigs and hope for better days ahead. So this is Fox Protocol Mining, guys. Tuning out.